What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I am your internet relationship and breakup coach. Today's topic is, will my ex forget about me if I am in no contact? This is a question I get so often because most of the people that hear about no contact or are trying to get their ex back have a level of anxiety and fear about losing their ex permanently. And if you're coming from a place of being dumped or walked away from by your ex, naturally the dynamic you're going to have is that you're at a place where you feel lesser than your ex. And even if you don't feel this way, a lot of time the power dynamic is going to be imbalanced, in that your ex is going to be feeling more attractive and more desirable than you are. So you're going to be afraid of losing them. You've probably been trying to do things to keep them around, to keep them interested in you, to keep them invested in the relationship. And most times, if you're paying attention, you know that these things aren't working. So how do we go about reattracting our ex using no contact, but making sure that they do not forget about us? Before we get started, I'd ask that you like this video and you share the content. You also subscribe to the channel, because this really does help push out the video to more people that are dealing with relationship issues, breakups, and trying to get their ex back. It really does mean a lot. It helps the channel out, but like I said, more importantly, gets this content out to other people who need it. Now, feeling like your ex may forget about you is very natural. So I want you to know you are not alone. If you care about them and you spent the last few months or years investing into someone and building a relationship, you're going to be feeling like you're losing a huge investment. Naturally, human beings, we love to hold on to things and people, especially when they are important to us. You need to understand that your ex, just because they broke up with you, they don't just instantly lose all of their feelings for you. What's likely happening is that your ex thinks that they aren't into you anymore. More than likely, that's how they feel right now in the moment. But below the surface of all of those thoughts and feelings is still some amount of care. Think about it as a reservoir, right? It's below the surface. It's kind of covered by the debris and all of the different formations that have kind of covered this reservoir of resources. So at face value, you cannot visibly see this well of emotion, care, and love that your ex has for you. And a lot of times your ex is also unaware that these feelings are below the surface. This is why it is critical that you implement no contact. What does no contact do? No contact helps walk your ex along the process of rediscovering their love for you. How does it do this? Well, when you remove your presence, like truthfully, right? You remove your presence. You're not calling or texting or trying to reach out to your ex in any fashion or capacity. You actually allow them to sit with the decision that they have made. Initially, more than likely, your ex might not care as much. They might not feel the same amount of passion that you do, but this is natural. They are the ones that dumped you. But if you leave them alone through the process of no contact, over time, they will notice your absence at minimum. Think about it. If someone has been a staple, a huge component or part of your life, all of your achievements, your day-to-day activity, you are likely talking every day, at least, or texting, or talking every other day. You were involved in each other's lives and friends and families, right? So once you instantly take that away Initially, they might not notice, but I'm telling you, over time, they will. Now, because your ex is a human being with feelings, emotions, compassion, when they notice your absence, the first question they're going to be asking is, where did you go? How did you move on so quickly? Why is this so much easier for you than I expected? Because even though your ex might not be narcissistic, they still expect you to be chasing them. This is normally what happens, right? So they will be trying to figure out where you're at. This is where your ex gets curious. And your ex will never get to this point if you're constantly in their face, trying to talk, trying to have a conversation, trying to force them to realize your value. You disappear. When your ex gets curious about you and they start to wonder with the time, space, and distance that you're giving them, they will start to move closer to you. And if you've been in no contact, you will probably notice at some point your ex may start to watch your stories. They may start to ask other people in your life about you. This is not a coincidence. Your ex is getting more and more curious about if you've moved on, if you still care about them, and if they wanted to fix the relationship, would they still have a chance with you? I know a lot of these things sound foreign and unreasonable, and right now you might be feeling skeptical about this, but I promise you, this is a very likely scenario. Now, does every single ex come back? No. But in a wide number of cases, exes do come back. They do get curious. They do reach out again to have a conversation and try to get closer. And this is why you must go into no contact as quickly as possible to help make this process a lot quicker. Staying in front of them, trying to force communication is a bad idea. So, I say all that to say, your ex will not forget about you. You're not so forgettable, especially if you had a decent, healthy relationship that just lost the zest and the spark over time, which is very common. Your ex is not going to forget about you. And if you stay away, if you do some of the right things that I'm coaching you to do, they will come back, they will reach out to you, they will try to have a conversation. Anyway, if you need help with your breakup and you have questions about some of the things that your ex is doing, go ahead and book a one-on-one session with me. The link is in description. This is what I love to do, and I have so many clients that I have helped do this process. Book a one-on-one and we can talk. Also, you can subscribe to my other social media pages. I have Instagram and TikTok, and I'll continue to grow on Twitter, Facebook, and so on and so forth. I would be very honored to help you with this process. Go ahead and like this video, leave a comment if you have thoughts, suggestions, or you want to share your story. We're happy to hear about it, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.